So today we have a very exciting book haul. Got a lot of books to talk about, so let's go ahead and get into it. But I'm very excited about this because the end of 2023, I made a list of books that I wanted to prioritize. And I think I wrote down like 18 books, and I bought 11 of them with some Christmas money. So we went ahead and did it. So we are committing to reading these books. Don't know exactly when in the year it'll happen, but I'm thinking I probably need to read all these before I do another book haul, but you know, famous last words and everything. So these are all books that I'm very excited to read this year. And yeah, so the first one is The Lord of the Rings. I haven't bought these yet because the covers that I normally see in store are just not the best. Not the ones that I'm like, drawn to. And I have read The Hobbit, but I haven't read the other three. Extreme big fan of the movies though. So me and my mom were talking the other day and she was like, how have you not read those? And I was like, great question. But they just kind of look like this. Nothing extremely special to them, but I'm very, very excited to read these. I'm hoping that it's not the same kind of thing that happened when I read Game of Thrones, that it was so similar that I didn't really feel the need to continue. So I'm hoping that they capture, as well as the other ones did, or as well as the movies do. Okay, so then we have Perestroika in Paris by Jane Smiley. I have heard really, really great things about Jane Smiley's work. And so I am really excited to read this, and I heard that it's kind of like Charlotte's Web for adults, and I was sold. So there you go. The next one has been on my radar for a long time, and that is The Seven Moons of Mali Almeida, I think. It won the Booker Prize in 2022, and essentially there is a photographer, and he wakes up dead in a celestial visa office. And so he doesn't know who killed him, and he's around all of these like supernatural-ish beings, and it takes place in Sri Lanka. And so it kind of is, it says he has 7 moons to contact the man and woman he loves most and lead them to the photos that will rock Sri Lanka. So I heard really great things. So yeah. The next two I got because I read 2 or 3 Oprah's book club picks last year, which is so weird to say that. And I really, really loved them, loved seeing the discussions on them on the Instagram. And so the next 2 are also Oprah's book club picks. The first one is Night Crawling by Layla Motley. And essentially the main girl is Kiara, her brother is Marcus. They've both dropped out of high school. Marcus wants a life for herself, and Kiara is trying to provide money for the 2 of them to live, and also a 9-year-old boy next door. I love how I'm just reading this off the thing. And so basically a drunken misunderstanding leads to a job, and I think it kind of stems on like what the job of, I'm assuming is night crawling, kind of propels her into this world she didn't think she was going to be in, all that fun stuff. So next is a big one. We have The Covenant of Water. I saw this in Barnes & Noble. I saw this in Barnes & Noble so many times last year, and it just never really felt like the right time to pick it up. I was always interested in it, and then it was named to Oprah's book club pick, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to read that. Then we had a patient the other day who said this was one of her favorite books of the year, and I'm just so intrigued. I hear really, really great things about it. The cover is really, really fantastic. So yeah, very excited about that one. Then we have Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. I really loved Astonish Me by her, and so I am very excited to pick this up. Essentially it's kind of like two different timelines, I believe, two different points of view. One of them is a woman who becomes like an aviator, like I think it's kind of like an Amelia Earhart type situation. And then it's the actress who portrays her in a movie years and years and years later. And I believe it's going to be kind of like how their experiences line up. We'll see. I could be totally wrong. So then we have The Promise by Damon Galgut. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. But this is also a Booker Prize winner. Interesting. Maybe I really like the Booker Prize. So this one essentially takes place in South Africa, and there is a matriarch of this family, and on her deathbed, she makes a promise to their black maid. And it's kind of essentially how they never followed through on that promise, or maybe they did follow through on it, but it divides the family. And it says they get reunited by 4 funerals over 30 years. And, oh no, the dwindling family remains haunted by the unmet promise. It says it's an epic South African drama that unfurls against the unrelenting march of history, sure to leave readers transformed. And I want to be transformed, so I'm excited. Okay, so then some of y'all might make fun of me. I don't care though. Why did that scare me so much? Did you see how hard I just jumped? Like that, really nothing happened. I really just was fearful for my life. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it, whatever. Anyway, so what I was saying, I'm very excited about this, so I don't care if you guys make fun of me. But this is the Odyssey, but I did not get it because I just felt like reading the Odyssey, which I do, but I got it because this translation by Emily Wilson is supposed to be like the best thing since sliced bread. So a ton of like really big literature people, authors are saying that this is truly such a fantastic translation, and it really brings everything to life in an accessible way. And I'm a hoe for Greek mythology, so I am interested to see. I actually find out about this because everyone is very excited about Emily's translation of the Iliad, but that doesn't come out until August, so I was like, let me pick this up, see how I like it, see if the other one I would be interested in. So then we have The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. I have not heard I have heard a lot about this author, but I haven't read anything else by this author. Another title was an Oprah's Book Club pick. So obviously we've got a strong contender for a good author. But essentially this one, I'm honestly not entirely still sure what this one is about. Essentially this one is a neighborhood, and it's kind of, I don't know entirely what this is about, to be completely honest. There's a cat behind the camera. I don't know if you can, oh, can you see that? So essentially it's a novel about small town secrets and the people who keep them is the short version of what, Cleo, move. So yeah, that sounds like something I'm very interested in. Seems like a good cast of characters. It is about a neighborhood where immigrant Jews and African Americans live side by side, and something oh my gosh, I've been trying to talk about what this book is about for so long. Essentially, unlikely friendships, I think, might be a mystery. I don't know. I want to move on from this book. Not like reading it, but I've been trying to say what the description is for a long time. Okay, so then we have 2 more. So we have The Vaster Wilds by Lauren Groff. I am very excited about this. I think this is going to be, I think I'm going to read this pretty soon. I read Fates and Furies by Lauren Groff, and I loved it. I think it was so smart. And this one is essentially, I think it's like magical realism a little bit. It's basically, there's a servant girl and she escapes from a colonial settlement, and she basically like only has like her imagination and her wits and all of that stuff. But it says it is a thrilling adventure story and a penetrating fable about trying to find a new way of living in a world succumbing to the churn of colonialism. I think that she says what she finds in this terra incognita is beyond the limits of her imagination and will bend her belief in everything that her known civilization has taught her. So actually, I don't know if it's magical realism or if she's just seeing what the rest of the world is like. Don't know. To be determined. Very excited. And then the last one, we have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I am very excited about this book. I'm also a little bit scared because I loved the first one. I loved like their love story and how everything was going, and I'm scared. I am scared. I don't know. I'm avoiding spoilers so hard right now, and I feel like I need to read this semi soon so that nothing gets spoiled for me. But here we are. So yeah. But that is it. It seems like a very, very promising year of reading for 2024. I'm very excited. I really, really hope that I love all of these or it's going to be really awkward. But yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell. But have a good day. See you later.